So, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are getting the upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. But shouldn't they add something special? You know how we get all of the upgrades for Nintendo Switch, the upgrades for the games? We're getting something a little extra, a little more meat on the bones. Like Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, we're getting an additional little DLC that comes with the game for about the same price as Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom combined for, you get your DLC, you get different levels for an addition for that game. But for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, we're only really getting the upgrade that you have to pay for. You can't just put in your game and not pay for it. You need to get both of those games. Now it's unclear if you have to pay for one and then you have to pay for the other, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay for one. I think it's $10 American and you have to pay for the other, so it's about $20. But shouldn't they add something like DLC? DLC for Breath of the Wild, we already have that. But what about a little bit of extra content? Something to end off the story finally. We get a pretty good ending, but it doesn't actually end the game. It just makes it so you can replay the game, which is I guess okay if you want to replay the game. But what about those of us who want to just see the story end? The world changes. Congratulations. We have a nice light Hyrule. So we can go and explore light Hyrule instead of dark Hyrule with all the gloom or the, what do you call it? The malice from Ganon. So, yeah, I think that would be a really awesome addition because if you have to pay for the thing, instead of getting an app that just, gives you a GPS for Koroks that you didn't find, which you technically already have, use Google. Use whatever. What I did to find all the Koroks was I had a map open that was just a picture, and I went and I just checked them off. For the ones that I had, I used a pencil and I checked off the ones that I already did. So you don't technically need the GPS little finder thingy for that game. But now Tears of the Kingdom on the other hand, since we didn't actually get DLC for that game, what if they added DLC? What if they added something like Trial of the Sword? Now I'm going to say it again. Trial of the Sword was the greatest thing ever. I really did enjoy the shrines that they added for Tears of the Kingdom that were pretty much like Trial of the Sword, and it made a lot of sense. I really did enjoy how it stripped all your weapons away and all you had was the weapons that they gave you out of the door and the weapons that different enemies have and the fused materials that you get to fuse together. Those were the best shrine because, it's pretty much a test of skill instead of a test of pick up everything and there you go. So honestly, if they added Trial of the Sword to make the Master Sword the most powerful sword in the game, would be really, really awesome. But make Trial of the Sword really, really hard. So, only the true skill, the true Zelda Triforce heroes here will be able to take down the Trial of the Sword. And you'll finally get a Master Sword that congratulates you on your powers. So, you'll get a Master Sword that does 120 damage or something like that. So, I think that this would be a really awesome idea. And you don't technically have to add everything else because I still find it pretty hard to justify paying a price just for an upgrade. I mean, you're getting okay. It's it's a pretty good upgrade. You're getting either 4K 60 or 120 1080p, which looks really, really good. But honestly, wouldn't it be awesome if they added a little bit of extra content for that same price? You're getting the extra content. They're awesome. You already have to pay for a lot of things for Nintendo Switch 2. You have to pay $80 for Mario Kart. I still can't get over that. That is, you'll have to pay for pretty much everything else. But at least they didn't raise up the price for the consoles, right? You have to pay for a trial game. Now that one's really hard. That should be free, but whatever. So anyways, a tour game is not free. So yeah, I think that it would be really awesome if the Nintendo Switch 2, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, had a little bit of DLC. Trial of the Sword, that's all you had to add. Just put all the shrines, mix them together, and there you go. You had Trial of the Sword, add a big boss at the end. Golden Lionel would be the last one. Who knows, Ganon, maybe a Ganon sprite or whatever, would be something in the Trial of the Sword. Just add something like that. That would be really awesome. Justify the cost. And there you go. You would have kind of sort of DLC for Tears of the Kingdom. Add a Master Mode. There you go. Then for the players who've already played the game and want to feel something more challenging, you have a Master Mode. All you have to do is add just a little bit of extra content, just a little bit of extra juice, then it would have justified the price of upgrading, or if you didn't already, because the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $90. Let's just say that you didn't own it. Or no, that one's 80. But anyways, let's just say that you didn't own the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm pretty sure it's $70 US, right? It's $70. Yep. Tears of the Kingdom is $70 US, but once you add the upgrade, it's $80. So just the price of Mario Kart. Then we take Breath of the Wild, all right? So it doesn't come with the DLC. That would technically be $90. So it comes in the game, $60. You get the upgrade, another $10. And then you get the DLC. That's another upgrade. So you're pretty much paying $95 for the entire thing. You also have the taxes, So overall, I think that it would be awesome if they just mix them all together and boom, you got something truly special. Something, it would feel like Nintendo's just like, all right, fine. Since we're already charging you a hefty amount for these games, we'll give you a little bit of extra juice for completely free. Since you have to pay $10 for a tour game, a game that shows you the console for whatever reason. So yeah, we just want to give you this extra little bit of content. See, you know what I'm saying? This would be awesome. But instead, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, you'll be getting an application, not for the system, for your phone. So you connect your Nintendo account to your phone, you get a Google Maps service for not completely, for $20. Anyways, you get the Google Map service. It tells you where the Koroks are. I'm just saying, you could just use like a little Korok seed finder on the map or something, and then just color it in. Use it on your phone. Open up Google. That's what I did. I just had this open, and I just looked. Okay, so I have this one. And then I took a little coloring thing and colored it out. Okay, I found that Korok seed. And then I find the next picture, and the next picture, and the next picture. Zoom in all the way. Color the ones that I already got, and there you go. It was done. I think that is the best way to find the Korok seeds. You didn't have to pay that. And honestly, maybe it would have been a little bit better if they added it as an application or an actually thing in the game. But, at this point, Nintendo's doing a lot of strange things. So you can't really ask for too much. If I wanted to ask for a flying pig in Tears of the Kingdom, it's probably not going to happen. Flying pig. So yeah, overall, we're going to have to see what all of this is about. But the upgrade that you're getting, you're paying for performance. You already have the game. You're paying for performance. If you already have everything, you're just paying $10 for an upgrade. Instead of running at 1080p 30 FPS, you'll be running at, I believe, for 1080p. 1080p is 120 FPS. So like a 4 times upgrade, and you'll get 4K 60. So overall, a really good upgrade. 4K 60 looks amazing. The grass looks so good. The Master Sword looks glooming. When you walk into Korok Forest, it looks amazing. So yeah, what do you think about this? Do you think Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild should have had a little bit more juice? Just a tiny little bit, or do you think it's fine? It's completely fine. Paying $10 for an upgrade is perfectly fine, Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it kind of feels like you get the Nintendo Switch 2, and then you gotta pay for everything else. Even if you brought over your old games, your old game collections, you gotta pay for the performance. If you don't pay, it's like you're playing on a Nintendo Switch 2. Oh wait, or a Nintendo Switch. Oh wait, there's only a few games that are free. There's just a tiny little bit that are free. Apparently more are coming soon and more are going to get the upgrade pass. But what do you think? Do you think some of it should be free and you get to pay, or you get to pick if you want that extra content, that extra juice for those games? Maybe add a DLC and there you go. That would justify the price, honestly. I'm just saying price for tiers again. Oh, wow. I've been ranting on this for way too long. I'm sorry for getting you a little bit upset, but pre-orders are soon, so get ready for pre-orders if you're still super excited for Nintendo Switch 2. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. With that being said, hope you have a fantastic day. I hope that you get yourself a pre-order for Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah. And thanks so much for watching. Consider to drop the like button or hit the like button. I mean, whatever you want, completely up to you. Consider subscribing. Join the overwhelming community of 800 of you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And have a fantastic rest of your day. That being said, see you in the next one. Once again. That's funny.